I meant to make a video on about Battery Day, and I still might do it. And
Mhm.
and there's an interesting thing about what went on there is a lot of people said that it was a flop. You
Yeah.
know, it's like,
Because of the
oh yeah,
stocks.
there was
That's
no big
why.
hype, right? It's a flop, therefore it's a
Yeah.
flop. But
Mhm.
but it's and I was very confused at first. I'm like,
Yeah.
did I miss something? Did we not just talk about moving the buck forward on so many
Battery
levels?
Day, yeah, Battery Day historically might be looked at as one of the most important turning points for energy
Mhm.
solutions in the history of mankind.
Yeah.
Yes, but
He
we're
yeah.
so short term that
Yeah, we are.
you know
Oh yeah.
there's the look at it
2
as it's a flop.
2 orders of magnitude is what he is talking about proposing within a 10 to 15-year period. 2 orders of
Right.
magnitude, and
It's
that just went over
And
absurd.
you
everybody's head.
know he is serious about his orders of magnitude.
Yes.
He is
The
serious
and the
about it.
Nuts.
stock the stock dropped the next day, and I put
Yeah.
several grand more into Tesla stock. I was
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
this
yeah,
shows me the intelligence of a lot of people,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
I can put my money where my mouth is, and I can throw more cash into Tesla. So
Yeah, and but that goes back to what you were saying about encouraging the long-term game. Because I think that people that have the positive view of the long-term game, they looked at that and it made sense to them. And people
Right.
that don't have that mentality, they thought it was a flop. And it on the same note, are you interested in, so you were talking about building a house for renting,
mhm.
or something along those lines. Are you interested in like innovative construction techniques? Are you
Oh,
thinking of toying with that kind of stuff?
absolutely. I got a cousin, and he has a master's in engineering,
Ah,
and he his big. I don't know if you many of you guys know who Matt Risinger is, but he comes up with some really. I really like Matt Risinger because I talk to all these people and they're sending me videos of 3D printed houses, and I tell them this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Well, why? Have you ever built a house before? Well, no. Do you know how houses are made? No. I said, you're watching a clickbaity YouTube video on a 3D printer. I said, this is not
yeah.
how it is. Well, you think you
Mhm.
can do better? I said, I guarantee I can do better. I can guarantee I can do better. And I said, when I come out with my video, I said, I'm going to show you how stupid 3D printed houses are. And like, oh, you
Mhm.
can do that. I'm like, yeah, but I gotta get time. I gotta get stuff outsourced.
Right.
So I've got this concept. I've got it rendered on Google SketchUp. I did some
Ooh.
Twitch live streams on it, and it's been totally deleted. The linchpin is it's solar powered, homemade battery bank. We're going to reprocess rainwater with reverse osmosis, and it's going to cut the cost of the house by 40%. And just in between that stuff, we go from a lofty goal to, hey, Brandon's going to make 30% ROI on this per year. And then, because we're exceeding the S&P 500 by quite a bit, and I can showcase it on YouTube and TikTok and all these different things. And it's like, oh wow! So now there's a financial viability. And it's why I like Elon Musk so much, because everything he talks about, he's like, we're going to go to Mars, and here's how it's going to make everybody rich. We're going to build the world. We're going to build the world's most green vehicle, and all my investors are going to make filthy amounts of money because we're going to put Ford and GM bankrupt. Hey guys, we're going to make the world's cheapest rocket, and everybody's going to get rich because we're going to piggyback worldwide internet on it. We're going to put all the telecom companies under.
Right.
Hey guys, we're going to build underground tunnels, and and we're going to alleviate all the traffic in LA, and everybody that buys my Tesla stock is going to see a bunch of money on it. So
Right.
Elon is addressing this stuff, and one of the key aspects isn't the lofty goal that solves mankind's problems. It's this is going to provide substantial benefit to you and your children
Yes,
financially,
it works with
because
the psychology.
I'm providing huge value in
Yes.
this
Yeah.
thing. And it's
That's
like,
something. Oh boy. That goes back in one of your videos you put out fairly recently. You were saying how I afforded a free laundromat, and that's by
yeah,
renting the homes above it.
mm,
What Elon Musk is doing is exactly pretty much what you did. You took on a debt because you probably didn't have renters when you first bought that laundromat. So you had a debt. Well, I know you had an investor, but well,
They were rented
Wait,
out.
yeah. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But they
But
stayed.
there's a
Yeah.
sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
The kids upstairs. One tenant has been there the entire time I've had the laundromat. The second tenant just moved out 3 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah. So
They stayed through the switch. That's amazing.
yeah.
So
They kinda
one
like
of the
it,
things
so
that yeah. One of the things that Elon does is like he took on a good amount of debt starting up SpaceX and Tesla and everything. So much so that I believe at one point he was willing to put up his house. He almost had to because they were so
Yeah.
far almost in the red.
Yep.
But the point was he knew that one day he would launch Starlink. And that would pay for SpaceX. Not totally, but over the course of a 20-year investment, it would be paid off. Or Tesla, the supercharging network, would make up a huge amount of that deficit when they start charging for that. And also their in-car streaming services and their full self-driving packages. All of these just software things that make them extreme amounts of money. And it's always about whatever you're building. This is what Elon Musk has done to kind of change the world of entrepreneurship and business. Is that whatever you build should end up paying for itself as opposed to accruing debt. They don't do advertising. You know how much money they save from not spending a cent on advertising? Oh my Lord.
Yes, and one of your people asked, wasn't SpaceX one failed launch away from insolvency at some point? And that's to an extent true, because I loved watching that last stream, because it's like Elon just breaks down and he just obliterates himself crying because the last launch worked. They had 4 out of whatever that place is in the Pacific Ocean on the little island. Is it Cod? It starts with K. Codjoween, or I don't know. My Ohio pacing on words won't work. But so, in my opinion, kind of doing a post-mortem analysis on that, I think they could have got away with 2 more launches. But he would have had to sold the farm as far as any options go and everything on that, because their first 3 launches, launch number 3, the reason it failed was so stupid, because they did not calculate residual thrust from the first stage on the rocket. And in that case, it's like, oh gosh, that's a weird little thing. And they just undercut the first stage residual thrust by it was like 2%. If they would have factored in half of that difference from the residual thrust on the first stage, because you can't wind the turbo pumps down, and there's always this weird margin of safety, margin of error on your first stage. The turbo pumps won't shut off automatically. There's a little bit of extra thrust there. So that third stage, the third launch anomaly, was such a weird little thing. From my perspective, he could have probably carried himself out on that. So
it's a wild thing that they've done.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I switch directions? I'm just curious about this question for you. It's more to open the conversation for it, but because it's partially visible in just what you do. But would you rather scale one thing really big, or would you rather approach a lot of different things? What's your preference there, and why is that?
I like doing a lot of different things because I don't get bored.
Fair enough. There's
I
like that. All right. Well, on that note, my next question I have to ask you, sir, is can you tell us about the Minecraft server?
Sure. That is the craziest, weirdest, most drama-filled thing that takes place next to the trailer park. The drama and the dealings with the Minecraft server are equal to the trailer park. Wow. There has been so much fraud and insanity there. Accusations of drug. I mean, there is this whole backstage drama thing that could go on with the Minecraft server. My intention was
the laid on of what is it? What's going on in terms of like what you've set up?
Okay, so all Brandon ever wants in life, I like video games like every other adult male that's in his mid-30s. I like video games. There's no easy way around it. I play RimWorld. I played Dwarf Fortress, which is the nerdiest game in all creation. Minecraft. I had Minecraft when it was $5 for PC, the original version. So I think I have the sales receipt from like 09.
Yep.
10-ish on Minecraft. I've been playing Minecraft forever. I enjoy it. And I like the appeal, the fact that there's a bunch of 8, 9, 10, 12-year-old kids, 13 years old, 15-year-old kids playing Minecraft, because I look at it, I'm like, it's a building game and you can teach finance on it. And I said, would it be nice if I could take some of my YouTube fame, some of my brand appeal, set up a Minecraft server? And we've got I had a guy custom code a stock, and here's a segue to the drama. The Minecraft server's still running. We had a question on Twitch. We had a guy custom code me an app that connects to the stock market, and you can use your Minecraft dollars to virtually buy stocks, get dividends that affect your Minecraft virtual account in your town. You can buy and sell stocks. You get jobs in it, so you can work and grow food, and you can liquidate it inside the game, and you make money, and you can earn interest. You can buy stocks with it. And what I want is, because there was this game back in the late 90s called Capitalism, where you built factories and you sold stuff inside the game. And I was like, man, it'd be so cool if we could kind of create that atmosphere online. I could use some of my brand appeal for it. And it's like, my YouTube following is kind of less engaged now than it was. My TikTok following has definitely supplanted that. But it's like I mentioned on Discord last January, February, I'd like to do a Minecraft server. And it's like, there's 36 people that have an interest in working on it. It's like, cool. I won't have to touch this. I don't understand the Minecraft coding, nor do I desire to. I want to outsource this whole project. I want to write a document that says this is where we go. Okay, Brandon, it's going to cost you $2,000 to get this server up and running. I don't think so, but okay, whatever. Whatever. I'll write you guys a check for $2,000. Okay. 3 weeks later, Brandon, I think he's spending on drugs. Like, okay. I'm like, you have a Minecraft kid that's spending on drugs. I think he's spending on drugs in a party. And it evolved into, Brandon, the guy that's doing the server, I think he's trying to kill me.
What? How did it get there?
Oh yeah, you should see the screenshots I have. So we've got this Minecraft thing, and it's like, this is a children's game, guys. We're trying to teach people how to save money. Brandon, your Minecraft guy has installed cameras in my house, and he is watching me. What?
This sounds like. Okay.
We're giving you the Reader's Digest version of the Minecraft server.
I believe it.
Oh my gosh. And it was like, I'm like, why is this going on? Within 3 months of me starting, and he's like, Brandon, do you know how much money your Minecraft server made the first month? I'm like, no. Like, I don't care. I told you guys, whatever money comes in, figure out a way to reinvest it. Like, Brandon, the first month they had the Minecraft server up, they made $2,500. Oh my cool. That's nice. I made a server. I sponsored a server that made $2,500 the first month, and they're like, and they went on a power trip because you're one of the most profitable servers they've ever seen. Well, that's cool. Do you really have to threaten people to install cameras in their house? But Brandon, so and so was watching me through the keyhole in my door. I'm like, no, let's not ascribe conspiracy theories to something that meth usage can address. And they're like, oh, wow, Brandon, this makes a lot of sense. So it's like, so now we have this Minecraft server. It's still sitting on there with the IP. You wouldn't know it if you logged in. There's probably a couple Romanians on there doing who knows what. But it's like, I had more grief over the Minecraft server and the craziness. It's like, oh, we should do a YouTube series just on the craziness. Well, I don't want anybody to show up at my house and threaten me again. Not that happened. That was a joke.
Right.
That's nuts.
Someone. It's insanity. Someone on the project team went to another person on the project team, and they said, I bought you a Greyhound bus ticket. You need to leave. I've packed your bags. You're no longer a part of the Minecraft team. It's the level of craziness inside of a video game that looks to be profitable like Minecraft it's just the amount of drama is just absurd. And I think,
still profitable?
This is great material. Is it still profitable? Probably not the past 2 months. I haven't been promoting it. They're going to go through a full server reset, try to fix some of the endemic issues. The guy or two that I have on it now seems to be okay. They seem to be quality. I don't think they're on drugs. I don't think they're stealing money.